Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stamp It Like It's Hot. And this month, what we're concentrating on is embossing, using stamping and embossing what we've stamped. So I have chosen this background paper from Vintage Artistry Everywhere by 49 and Market. It's a travel themed background that has a nice little area here to put a photo. I have a photo of John sitting under the palm trees on the beach in Roatan, and I playing around. I superimposed. I got this image of this parrot on a boat drink, a tropical drink. And I separated it from its background. I'm not sure where I got it, on some site that has a lot of tropical images, probably a Jimmy Buffett fan site on Facebook. And I just kind of superimposed that I have the drink sitting on the beach and the parrot sitting in the tree, and John looking with a silly grin, as though he can see such a ridiculous image. The photo was taken in the year 2000, and we were there. We did not take any in 1999. We're both in IT, so there was no rest for the weary. We were getting ready for year 2000 with all of the programs that our company had that needed to be updated. So we took no vacation, so they gave us extra vacation in 2000. And we took off, I guess, in February after we were sure we had run a month of all the programs not blowing up, and the ones that did blow up we were there to fix. So anyway, enough about the photo. It's a great memory, and I loved that trip, and I love this photo. He's wearing his Grateful Dead hat and a t-shirt from a 5K that we had run, and we've got both of our hats hanging up there. We had been snorkeling just before this picture was taken. So anyway, I've outlined kind of around it so that I can go. I've got rub-ons that I'm going to use in the sort of empty areas here. My stamping and embossing is going to go on top of the tickets. And I'm going to start with this, this palm tree image. And I'm going to just kind of place it around where I think it'll show. And I'll do a few of those, then I'll go back and do some other images. And I'm not going to worry, because this is kind of a distressed and splattered kind of page. I'm not going to worry whether my images are perfect or complete. So let me now get some embossing powder, and I'm sorry I have to step away for a second to find it. And I believe this is white and not clear. And I'm going to pull out my big tray and my sweeper. Okay, so now let's get the palm trees embossed. I forget where I've stamped them now, and I hope they haven't dried up. But if they have, it's not gonna bother me a whole lot. Ooh, they're showing up nicely. Okay, this one didn't, but let me see if maybe I didn't have enough of the powder up that way. That was the problem. Okay, so now those can be embossed at any time. Now I'm going to do some other images. And I'm going to put this so that hopefully that powder doesn't drop everywhere. I have this snorkeling gear. This is a stamp set from Crafter's Square, and I'm pretty sure I got it on a freebie table at a retreat. And I don't think I've ever opened it, and I'm not sure why. It's just crazy talk. Okay, so I'm going to do snorkeling gear. Let me get a smaller stamp block for this. I'll do snorkeling gear and tropical drinks, kind of spaced in, like in clusters, maybe with the palms, although maybe I'll put a drink here. And I'm going to try to remember where I'm putting all these things. I'll put that one over pink. Okay, now I'm going to do snorkeling gear. And I'm using Versamark Dazzle, which kind of gives a little bit of a, as you could guess, maybe a dazzle or a shimmer to the image when you emboss it. To be honest, you almost have to use clear embossing powder to see it. So I just used it as if it was regular Versamark. Okay, I think that's enough of those images. Now let's pull this back. I'm gonna see if I have enough here. I'm sure I will not. Let's kind of scooch it around. I'm seeing the snorkel gear and the tropical drink there. And I'm going to kind of scooch it down here. Okay. And I will put all this away after I stop filming. I'm going to get these things out of the way. I don't want to melt my stamps, so I'm just, as a precaution, I'm taking them off the table. I believe I'm okay to, oops, I've got some powder here on the table, and I do not want to cement that to my table. So I'm going to sweep it. I've even got some on my laptop. That was not a good move. It's not something I would recommend. And okay, sorry about that. Now, let's try this again. Okay. I'm sorry for the noise, but it shouldn't take too long. With the glass mat underneath, the heat should build up nicely to kind of melt the powder. And you can kind of see that melting going on there. That one's done. Let's go over to the tropical drink. I love combining this travel paper with the tropical images, because pretty much we tried to make all our travel tropical travel. It was kind of our happy place. This is really embossing nicely, and because I want the tickets and the little embossed images to be the focus of the page, I'm going to add those rub-ons, and I'm not really going to do any other embellishing. No enamel dots or ink splatters or anything like that. And by the way, where there are little bits of powder that kind of clung to it, it's getting embossed onto the tickets, which is kind of cool looking. Ooh, I've got another tropical drink right here. Let me stop that. Sorry about that. I keep my phone handy because I'm waiting for a doctor to return my call, and that wasn't the doctor, so I'm not going to answer it. To be honest, if it were the doctor, I still might not answer it at this stage in the video, so I don't know why I keep my phone up here. I'm just really loving this embossing over the pattern, and I have to do this more. I don't emboss on scrapbook pages nearly enough. I used to do it a lot on cards, but I'm loving how this looks. Okay, and I think we're done. Okay, I'm very, very happy with this. You can kind of see, and you see a little bit of the shimmer through the white. I'm happy about that. Okay, more paper on here. Okay, let's get the photo on, and let's finish up the page. Like I said, it's really not going to be real heavily embellished. Let's do, I want this guy, because there was a structure similar to this kind of right behind the area that's pictured there, and I want to, and these rub-ons are all from the Sunburst, Vintage Artistry Sunburst by 49 and Market. So it's a colorful tropical beachy collection, probably my favorite collection in the known universe. It's just absolutely stunning, the colors and the images, and I've used a lot of it, especially the rub-ons. Okay, see, that just looks like it's part of the paper. It's just amazing. Everything Katie Petite does blows me out of the water. She's just amazing. She's an amazing artist, and I think she's, what we all can see of her online is she's a cool person. I've been using her digital products for a very long time. They were some of the first digital products that I bought way back in the day. Her company was Designer Digitals, and that's how I knew her name. And then when she did the vintage artistry type stuff for simple stories, and I got a sheet of it. I thought, wow, Katie Petit designing for the, and then it was through her that I got introduced to 49 and Market, and of course, in love. Okay, so I want to put Sunkissed Memories right here as the title, but I want this kind of overlapping it. So I'm going to put the Sunkissed Memories on first. Let me get it straight. I'm assuming that's straight. To be honest, I won't be able to tell until I take a photo of it. I did a page earlier this morning that I actually used a couple techniques to ensure that it was straight and parallel and all those good things. And when I photographed it, I could see that it was straight, but it was not parallel. Okay, there. And then this, and we're done. And I absolutely love it. I thank you very much for watching, and I invite you to check out the playlist that I have in my description box that will take you to all the other folks who are embossing on their layouts today for our series, Scrap It Like It's Hot. And I thank Tara O'Rourke for adding my pages to the playlist, because I have a setting on my laptop that somehow doesn't allow that to happen. And I hope you enjoy all the other folks that are doing embossing. I couldn't be happier with this. So note to self, try this again. Thanks for watching. Bye.